Hello everyone, I am Sammy, your devoted manga otaku, and welcome to my manga space. Today I'm going to be hauling a Right Stuff order that I purchased last summer during the Right Stuff birthday sale. So it's been a while. Unlike my other Right Stuff hauls, I will not be unboxing this because it's already unboxed. Basically, when I receive an order from Right Stuff, my husband opens up the package from the bottom and he just makes sure that everything is accounted for and all the books are in great condition, and then he tapes the box back up so that I can unbox the manga later when I'm ready. If you're new to my channel, you might not know this about me, but it can take me literally months, obviously, to haul things. So if something's wrong with the order, I need to know as soon as possible, and basically that's what happened in this instance. But I'm going to elaborate a little bit more later in the video. Lastly, you probably could tell from the title, I'm announcing a subscriber appreciation giveaway at the end of this video. So if you're interested in participating, I encourage you to stick around until the end, where I'll go over all the juicy details. And with the intro out of the way, I invite you to grab a coffee or other beverage of your choice, and let's haul some manga. Alright, I think the first thing we're going to haul is going to be Erased. This is by Kei Sanbe. I apologize, I know I'm probably mispronouncing the mangaka's name. This is published by Yen Press. It is rated teen, and there are 5 volumes. This is volume 1, and these are hardcover editions. Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and then we have a smaller book, which is the final volume. These are omnibus editions, so I believe the final volume is just the last volume in the series. Actually, no, I think I'm wrong. It's volume 4 is the final volume. It says right there. I guess this is kind of like maybe a prequel or a sequel to the series. That is very neat. I did not know that. So I'm not gonna lie, a huge part of me bought this seinen series because of how beautiful it looks. I'm always impressed with Yen Press and their hardcover publications. I feel like their hardcover manga are superior when you compare them to the other manga publishers. There we go, so you guys can get a good look at the spines. Now, I did carry out some due diligence before ordering these books. I looked into reviews, and the series seems very well received among the manga community. When I found out that the plot features a lot of time travel, I tried to keep myself in the dark as much as possible because I feel like these types of stories have a lot of twists and I didn't want to be spoiled. What I know is that this manga follows a man who inexplicably and uncontrollably rewinds time, and he ends up attempting or plotting to change the past in order to prevent a tragedy in the present. The premise sort of reminds me of Orange, and it'll be interesting to see if there's some sort of butterfly effect where changing the past has huge consequences. I'm really eager to be putting these books on my shelves. They are going to look stunning, and I'm really looking forward to exploring all of the drama and mystery of this science fiction series. Okay, and the next manga is very small in comparison. We have a one-shot manga, and this is Not Simple, and it is by Natsume Ono. This is a seinen slice of life drama, and it's something that I purchased after watching Suki Notes recommend it in one of their videos. I had never heard about it before, but hearing them talk about it made me really curious and I wanted to check it out. Basically, this is a seemingly heartbreaking story about a man named Ian who's struggling with a dysfunctional family and is traveling all over the world searching for his sister. I guess there's a really interesting structure to the story as you start the book knowing the ending, and then the narrative unfolds backwards to reveal how and why things transpired the way they did. The reviews are kind of all over the place. Some people seem to really love this manga and they really resonate with it. I even saw some people calling it a masterpiece or their favorite manga. And then I see some people who really dislike it. I think it's one of those stories where you have to be in the right mindset and mood to appreciate and connect with it. Another reason people might take issue with this book is that it deals with some uncomfortable and depressing topics. Domestic abuse, alcoholism, and child prostitution are all featured in this, and that can be really triggering for some people. As for the art style, I think it looks very unique and minimalistic. It's a lot different from the kind of art styles that I usually gravitate towards too. It's very simple, and it's ironic because the manga is called Not Simple. But I've learned that a unique art style can really add to the atmosphere of a story, and so that is probably the case with this. Overall, I have pretty high expectations for this little one-off, and yeah, I'm excited to check it out. This is, like I said, another one that you have to be in the right mindset to read, so I'm not sure when I'll get to this, but it'll be there when I need it. Okay, so these next few books are not manga, which happens sometimes on this channel because I enjoy a good graphic novel from time to time. But these are a bunch of standalone comics for Avatar: The Last Airbender. So I was both shocked and overjoyed to find these graphic novels bundled in one set during the birthday sale, because I own quite a few Avatar graphic novels, but I didn't own a single book in the bundle. And from what I understand, these graphic novels do a couple different things. A few of the books explain and expand on particular characters and detail their standalone adventures, while the other books are anthologies that collect out of print and all new stories by various artists and writers, many of whom worked on the original animated series. Now, I'm not going to show the covers or read out the titles because these books are kind of spoilery. They share very specific details. And if you haven't seen the Avatar: The Last Airbender, yeah, I don't want to ruin anything for you. But yeah, I am really glad that I finally own these books, and if you haven't watched Avatar, I really urge you to check it out. It's probably one of the best shows, and definitely one of my favorite series of all time. Also, I recently discovered that there was an announcement for a new standalone graphic novel called Azula in the Spirit Temple, which focuses on Azula, and I am so excited. Azula is such a fascinating and complex character, and I'm just really looking forward to reading more of her story and seeing her story continue. We're actually almost done. I don't have a lot of series in this haul. I have a lot of books in this haul, but not a lot of series. So the next thing I am going to be hauling is volumes 4 and 5 of Love Me for Who I Am. These are rated 15 plus or older teen. Right Stuf still hasn't sent me the first 3 books, but once they come back in stock, they will be sending them my way. So story and art by Kata Konayama, and these are published by Seven Seas Entertainment. This is another series that was recommended to me by a fellow manga tuber. I first heard about this short seinen series from Bizarre Individual and heard it included a diverse cast of characters and had really great LGBTQ plus representation, so I decided to pick up all 5 volumes. Also, I think the art style is very cute and I really like the character designs. The narrative follows a non-binary high school student named Mogomu who is trying to navigate life while attempting to build meaningful friendships. One day, they are invited to work at an untraditional maid cafe by a fellow classmate and are thrilled because they're yearning to be understood and they're allowed to present how they want at this job. However, they quickly realize that they've been mistaken for a cross-dressing boy. What follows is a story featuring discussions about gender, inclusiveness, and presentation. This manga sounds really interesting and I'm looking forward to learning new things. I'm still waiting for Right Stuf to send me those books, like I said earlier, but I'm thinking that I'm going to wait to read this for Pride Month, so I'm not really in a rush at the moment. I will mention that the series includes misgendering, homophobia, and transphobia in case those are triggering for you, but yeah, I don't think I have any manga featuring a non-binary protagonist, and I'm delighted that I get to improve the inclusivity of my manga collection and my understanding around some LGBTQ plus topics. So definitely looking forward to that. Okay, so lastly, we're gonna talk about the culprit of why I had to unbox this entire order off screen. We have the entire collection of Ooku, The Inner Chambers by Fumi Yoshinaga. This is published by Viz. It's definitely rated mature, and there are 19 volumes in this series. Actually, I think it's pronounced Oka. I wrote it down, I looked up how to pronounce it, I wrote it down, and of course it's not in here. It's not in here at all. So I'm gonna have to look that up again. I apologize for mispronouncing it if I did. Okay, I'm just gonna stick these bad boys up here. Now, some of the books are wrapped in plastic and then some of them aren't wrapped in plastic, which I find very odd because some of them do have the explicit content warning on the front, and then they're not wrapped in plastic. So I'm not sure why. It's probably because, I mean, just brainstorming, it might be because some of the issues are older than others, maybe? But yeah, I don't know for sure. Oh my gosh, just look at those spines. They are so pretty. I wonder if there's a significance to these issues being kind of like rainbow colored, and then these later issues, like there's a white issue, and then these later issues are red. Sometimes I like look at things like that, and sometimes I think I read like too much into it. And then there's like manga like Blood on the Tracks where I think there is actually a lot of meaning to the covers and the spines, but I guess we'll see when I read it. So I want to give you guys a little bit of background story as to what happened. So when my husband opened up the box and was quality checking the whole order, he told me that I should unbox everything because a bunch of the books were really, really dirty. Like you would get black, like dirt all over your hands just from touching them. So after wiping them down, I noticed that some of the books suffered from some staining. I think the worst of the bunch is volume 3. So I'll show you guys that. So I'll put volume 1 up against volume 3 and you guys can kind of see the difference. So it's very, very dirty and marked up, and it's a shame, honestly, because, you know, when you buy books, you want them to be in good condition, you want them to look new. I mean, you are buying them new. If these were used, that'd be a whole different story, but it's not a huge deal. I'm thankful that the cover is black, so you can't see anything on the cover, but it was pretty stressful. I don't like doing returns, and I try to avoid it when possible. Thankfully though, most of the books cleaned up really nicely and ended up looking okay. So no, I didn't file a return or anything drastic, but yeah, I definitely think that some of these books have been sitting in the Red Stuff warehouse for a while, maybe even on the bottom shelf somewhere. But yeah, that's my story. Now, when it comes to my purchase of the series, it was obviously a huge investment, and I kind of went on a limb because I bought all 19 volumes without really knowing if it's something that I'm going to like. There were a couple factors that went into me just buying the whole collection though. One of them is that I love the art style. It is so pretty. 2, I think that it's going to be really interesting being a historical piece. I do really, really enjoy a bride story, and I think this is going to have similar vibes in that there's going to be a blend of nonfiction and fiction. And then 3, I am fascinated by the plot of this manga series. For those unacquainted with this shoujo series, Oka, the Inner Chambers, is set in Edo, Japan, and chronicles the fallout of a bizarre and fatal disease called the red pox, which has been preying on the male population for the last 80 years. Subsequently, the women of Japan began taking on roles traditionally granted to men, including the role of shogun, which are military dictators and essentially de facto rulers of Japan. With the extinction of men being an evident threat, the last of the male population is heavily and carefully protected, with the most beautiful individuals being sent to serve in the shogun's inner chamber. I think they're prostitutes, or they're being sent there to be prostitutes, but I haven't read it yet, so I don't know. But that is my hypothesis for this story. I saw some people say harem or reverse harem, so yeah, we're gonna see. I'm not a huge fan of harems, but this might have enough unique elements that I'm not gonna mind it too much. I think it just sounds so good. It sounds really interesting and mysterious, and I just love narratives that interweave accurate historical facts and fiction to create a sort of parallel universe. So I'm really hoping I don't regret this purchase and that it meets or exceeds all of my expectations. And that, friends, is the end of my first haul of the new year. And as promised, we're gonna kick off this giveaway by quickly going over the prizes and guidelines. In total, there will be 2 prizes. One lucky winner will receive up to $25 Canadian to spend at Book Depository. This prize will be available internationally. As long as Book Depository ships to your country, you are able to participate in this part of the giveaway. Now, the second prize is not available internationally simply because of shipping costs, and it will only be offered to those living in Canada and the US. The winner will win a full color copy of Beauty and the Beast, The Beast's Tale, which explores the Disney version of the classic fairy tale from the Beast's perspective. I don't mind if people want to enter to win both prizes. Just be aware that you can't win multiple prizes, and remember to follow the rules correctly in order to guarantee your entry. Now, entering is going to be pretty straightforward. All you have to do is be subscribed to my channel and like this video. Number 2, follow me on Instagram at my manga space. There will be a link in the description. Number 3, use the hashtag Book Depository, all one word, and or hashtag Beast, all one word, in your comment to enter either one or both giveaways. Now please make sure you're using these hashtags correctly. Again, the information will be in the description. It's just that I'm going to be using these hashtags to pick the winners. So if you have a spelling mistake or something isn't quite right, then you won't be included in the pot when I start picking people for the prizes. And lastly, I would love for you to leave me a comment letting me know your absolute favorite read of 2022. It could be one book in particular, or perhaps there was an entire series that you had the pleasure of reading. I would love to know. Now, the giveaway will be open as soon as this video goes live and will be closing on this date at midnight. I will have all the rules and dates in the description, so make sure to check that out. Thank you so much again for all of your continued encouragement, and I hope that this small gesture shows my gratitude and appreciation of all of your support. Good luck to everyone participating, and I wish you all the best. If you're still interested in watching more videos from me, you can check out my end card where I'll have links to my most recent videos. I hope you all have a manga-nificent day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!